Hello, good morning to all. So we are discussing the last part of our chapter. Why do we fall ill? So in the last day, we just discussed what are the different ways of or principles of treatment. Today we are going to study the principles of prevention. How can we prevent the disease? We studied that prevention is better than cure. So the preventing measures, they are usually checking the transmission of infectious diseases from one person to another person. Now we are passing through a special period of time, and it's mainly focusing on the prevention of the disease. Okay, we are bothering about the preventive measures against the spreading of coronavirus. Okay, how can we prevent? Keeping personal hygiene, then good health, and also about this physical contact, social contact, extra. By reducing all this, we can prevent the communicable disease or spreading disease. So we have to study once more what are the principles of prevention. There are two ways of prevention method. They are the general ways of prevention and also specific ways of prevention. General ways of prevention that we are following now. What are they? One is the sanitation. You know what is sanitation? That is the public hygiene to prevent the communicable disease from one to another. Another one is eradication of vectors. If it is a vector-borne disease, vector-borne diseases, what are they? If it is carried by or is transmitted by the animals such as mosquitoes, houseflies, butterflies, etc. We have to eradicate or destroy the source. With the source, we have to destroy all the vectors present in our surroundings. That is eradication of vectors. Another one is sterilization. Proper sterilization means anuvimuktamakka. Okay, just after the corona, or if there is an infected person, we can see that the complete house and surroundings usually sterilized. Okay. Another one is education, public awareness among people. People should be educated about the infectious diseases so that they may protect themselves against such infections. Another one is of proper and sufficient food, availability of proper, that means nutritious. Proper food means nutritious food to everyone will make the people healthy to resist the disease. These are the general ways of prevention. Then what is the specific way of prevention? Specific way of prevention, that is by the help of the immunization. Do you know what is immunity? Immunity is the capacity of a body to resist against the diseases. We have to boost up our immune system to resist against the entry of disease causing germs. Okay, this is the basis of the principle of immunization. So there are two types of immunity. They are the acquired immunity and natural immunity. Natural immunity, that is present at the time of birth. It is not long lasting. It is only for a particular period of time. But the acquired immunity, that is acquired after birth by immunization programs, pulse polio programs and other kind of immunization programs, that is starting just after the birth. All this kind of immunization process, all these are the acquired immunities. Acquired immunity, body is acquiring the immunity against certain kind of diseases just after the birth. Okay, and the natural immunity, that is present at the time of birth, and it is only for a short period of time till the baby's immune system becomes functional. Okay, that is the time period of this natural immunity. After that, the baby's own immune system becomes active and which can protect against the disease. Okay, so this acquired immunity are of two types. They are the passive immunity and active immunity. The active immunity, that is produced by injecting a small quantity of an antigen called vaccine. Antigen is a vaccine, okay, to the body. That is a process called immunization or vaccination. The term immunization or vaccination we are hearing from the very beginning of our life onwards. DTP, polio, hepatitis, BCG, etc. A number of these vaccines are available now. All these are against serious and dangerous diseases. That is why nowadays our body is protected from all this kind of this contagious or severe diseases. because of the proper immunization program by the health department of government. Okay, so if you want to get know more about this immunization, there will be the vaccination card. It will be available in all the houses. If there is any newborn baby or yourself, you can see, just ask your mother, where is your own immunization table. The hospitals are issuing this card showing the details of all kind of vaccines, starting from the birth up to the 4 or 5 years of age. So in this active immunity, this vaccines are introduced into the body to make antibodies against this particular germs. We studied from 8th standard, vaccines are not the medicines. These are the dead or weakened microorganisms. When our body is receiving this kind of microorganisms, the body produces antibodies against this microbes, and this antibody can persist in our body throughout our life. ജീവിതകാലം മുഴുവനും ഈ ആൻറ്റിബോഡി എന്ത് ചെയ്യും, നമ്മുടെ ശരീരത്തിൽ അവിടെ saved out. So if there is any future attack of the particular antigen or disease causing germ, what will happen? The previously produced antibody will be there. He may recognize that invader and he may attack this invading pathogen. In this way the vaccines work. Then what is the passive immunity? In passive immunity, the organism's own body does not produce any antibodies. Instead, ready-made antibodies from some other organisms are introduced for protection against the disease. Such an immunity is short-lived, but it can prevent the death. Example, the antibodies against tetanus, diphtheria, rabies. You know what is rabies? Paper tissue vada. After the bite of any kind of animal, squirrel, rat, then cat, etc., what will do? We are rushing to the hospital to receive this kind of passive immunity or these vaccines against this diseases. So in the last part of the chapter, you can see what is the relation between this immunity and AIDS. You know what is this AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. It is a fast spreading incurable disease. It is a serious health problem that threatens the entire human population. It is a disorder of immune system of our body. It is caused by the virus called HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. This virus attacks the human's body's immune system. That is a self-defense mechanism of our body. So if there is no such kind of immune system in our body, what will happen? The person or the body is susceptible to receive several other kind of infections. Then how it is spreading, you know, what are the modes of transmission of this disease? Mainly it is by the use of contaminated blades and others for shaving, use of contaminated needles and syringes to inject the vaccines and also this medicines, etc. And transfusion of blood, രക്തം ദാനം ചെയ്യൂലേ ആ സമയത്ത്, transfusion of blood from an infected person to healthy person, and also during the direct sexual contact. Because of the severe malfunctioning of our immune system, there will be a number of symptoms are there. Sweating will be there at night, sweating at night, severe weight loss, and then ulcers, repeated diarrhea, prolonged cough, continuous fever, brain damage, loss of memory, etc. A number of disorders may be there. So be care about the spreading of all this kind of disease, because till now there is no specific treatment against HIV and there is no medicines available. Okay, so how can we prevent? Educate the people about the AIDS. Okay, and also use of disposable needles and syringes. Avoid the sharing of blades and others for shaving. Okay, then unprotected sexual act, and also use of blood during blood transfusion and other kind of medical treatments. Okay, so in this way we can protect our body from this serious and dangerous disease. That's all about the chapter. Read your textbook and make an idea about the chapter. Okay, thank you.